All right, it's the rundown. Thank you, Bob. Thursday, June 20th, presented by NASCAR. NASCAR is heading to Nashville, Tennessee for the last weekend of June. Over halfway through the season, there are only a handful more spots available for drivers to secure their spot in the playoffs. To celebrate the culture of the Music City, the winner of the race receives a custom guitar as a trophy.
Sweet.
Bob, you play bass in pop punk, which will also be in Nashville this summer.
True, yeah.
Yes.
First weekend of August.
I will be there no matter what. Don't miss out on a weekend filled with fast cars and guitars. Purchase your tickets today for NASCAR at Nashville Superspeedway on Sunday, June 30th.
That's cool. It's like the surfboard for the People's Choice.
Yes, that's exactly.
Like a unique trophy.
Yeah, Moon Man is probably the most iconic trophy of my time.
Moon Man's a good one, yeah.
The Oscar, obviously, but
like of the, yeah, no.
I would
like
say the
normal.
Moon Man is more iconic than like a Grammy.
No.
Shape, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the Moon Man is. A Grammy is more vague of an award.
I think an Emmy is maybe more
I
vague.
couldn't picture an Emmy.
It's the fucking Jeffy has 12 of them. It's the lady
This
holding
little,
the
yeah,
ball.
Yeah, no, the Grammy's the megaphone or the gramophone. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. That is iconic.
Kanye pissed on his. That was an iconic video.
Guess we'll never know.
Yep.
The first topic is, so Bryson DeChambeau and Coach Joe of the Celtics are just being bros, carrying their trophies around the streets of their respective cities. Bryson was filmed carrying his U.S. Open trophy through the streets of Nashville, going bar to bar, taking photos with fans and letting them touch the trophy, you know, smiling, kissing babies, shaking hands. And Coach Joe Mazzulla was just carrying the Larry O'Brien trophy through Boston's North End, wearing a Barstool hat, which we have deducted is the only hat that he owns. He's always
wearing it all the time.
All the time he's wearing it.
Coach, how much do you love the North End?
We like the city of Boston.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Also, very funny clip. They had him on Part of My Take.
We had Derek and Peyton Pritchard on in February, I believe, and Hank said that he was going to shave his head if you guys win the title.
He said when they win the title.
When they
I
win the
listened
title.
back, yeah.
So how long do you think Hank has to make good on this?
24 hours.
Oh, wow, and that's from Coach Joe Mazzulla.
Well, I was thinking because I want
24 hours to man your word.
to commemorate. Well, to commemorate the bet, I'm gonna do it banner night. I'll be in the building.
No, because then we're on to next season.
Wait, Coach.
Because then now people like you, Hank, will be the reason why we struggle next year. Because and we're trying to get ready for the next season.
Oh,
yes,
that's a great point.
I mean,
Coach.
this is coming straight from Coach.
That's
he just
a
won you a
great
title,
point.
and you're gonna go against what he wants here.
People like you.
24 hours, Hank.
24 hours.
What do you say to that?
Come on, Hank.
You can do both.
Well, you know what? I think let's give him a little leeway here. Let's say until the parade is over.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So you have till Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. Because after the parade's over.
Right. We turn the
now we're
page.
getting-
It's next season already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't need Hank, putting out things about last year during that banner night. Like, it's next season.
You're looking back. You're still celebrating what happened already.
Summer of Hank just took a twist.
He was very in on the Hank shave your head thing, to the point where he said, like, Hank, if you don't shave your head by the parade, anything that bad happens to the Celtics is on you.
Yeah, he said, I don't want you to do it Hank said he would do it next season for the banner raising. He's like, no. We're on to next season.
Yeah.
Don't be doing shit about last season next season.
He said, we have flipped the page, and Hank was in hell. Hank was like, why did I say this?
It's going to be fine for Hank. Obviously, there's going to have to be a picture, and he's going to have to do PMT show the head, but you just wear a hat for a while. It'll grow back.
Or bald is beautiful. Let's not bald shame. He should be so lucky to be able to be bald. And I think he'll look great. Bald with a beard is a very handsome look. I think Hank will pull it off splendidly. And it seems like the team, is in on it. Like, so everybody's
Look,
expecting.
that's what he'll look like. He kind of looks like a supervillain or something.
Yeah, he should be petting a hairless cat.
Yeah.
Got a little, what's Dr. Evil to him?
Yeah,
duct
That
tape
jacket
suit,
as
yeah,
well.
exactly, yeah.
Maybe like
honestly, to me, when Missoula, if your coach just wins you a championship, and he says shave your head,
You do
the
it.
fact that he didn't pull out a buzzer instantly
On the spot.
just shows how spoiled Boston fans are. That his coach just won. If Tom Thibodeau, if the Knicks won the finals this year, and Tom Thibodeau said like do anything, I would have done it on the spot.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Anything,
Connor won a
literally anything.
title and John Kavanaugh said shave your head, oh my God.
that's his coach.
Like, yeah.
I'll shave it off in the octagon.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't just put have Max or somebody or Pug be like, yo, go grab me a razor right now.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna buzz it for.
a good
I'm
point,
gonna have Missoula watch me buzz my head
Good point.
as
Spoil Boston
as we
fans,
do this.
which they're getting roasted for that video. I'm sure it was talked about on the
Oh
rundown
my
before.
God.
13 million views.
Disgusting.
Which
So
their
the
Twitter
video-
is
So
their main-
gross.
Let me. The video is so the Celtics obviously were boat racing the Mavs in Game 5. So when they finally won, there was no epic celebration from all the Boston fans. They were because they knew they were going to be winning by the end of the
They're
first
like,
half.
nice.
They shook hands like gentlemen. They're like, that was cool. I guess
another one.
Big dinner and. 13 million views. The quote tweets are I celebrated harder when Josh Jacobs picked up a first down in the preseason.
Easily.
It's very funny.
half
old-
the teams in the dozen celebrated harder for their first round matchups.
The quote tweets are very old sports references. I celebrated harder when, but they're all very true. I was yeah, I definitely celebrated harder when we fired our special teams coordinator last year. It's all very, very, but I'm not an over the top celebrate guy either. I'm a fist pump, yeah, we won. Max will yell, Frank will yell. I'm not a yeller. I'm way more.
A good win could get a yell out of me, for sure.
In the octagon, when your dude knocks a dude out, that gets an eruption.
Yeah.
I think when you're already up by 20 at the half, it's really hard to even fake an over-the-top celebration.
I don't. But it's good. It's just they're spoiled fans. That's
yeah.
all it is. If you had if the Knicks swept and won by 30 every game, I'd be on the floor crying oh my God, we
Hugging each other.
And I get
yeah.
it. They've won a bunch, but even the Celtics. I mean, they haven't won in 16 years. It's not like they've won recently. They've just won everything everywhere.
Right.
That's what annoys me about even with Patriots fans them not being mad about them being bad has also pissed me off.
Well,
because they're so spoiled. They don't if they're not good, they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
half of them they don't even watch. They barely watch the games anymore. That they're bad.
A lot of them are yeah, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I'll watch again when the Pats are good again, and they're open about it, which is very annoying too.
It's just annoying.
And then Bryson, he's the people's golfer now. He went from this hated douchebag online muscle man to
PR 180.
He's signing
No one's
hats
done it better.
and yeah, he's just everybody likes him now.
I don't know if he hired a publicist or something.
He had to have.
But
Yeah.
if that's true, and whoever that person is, they should get the craziest Christmas bonus of all time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen someone go from just the most hated golfer ever to just everyone is obsessed with him. I mean,
He was very pompous and arrogant, right?
So arrogant. He tried to break golf. He's quirky, weird. Then he starts doing YouTube, starts doing videos with famous YouTubers. It was more likable. And I think the cherry on top was the final was that video of him trying to give the ball to the kid.
Right.
And the guy stealing it and being hey, give that back. Once he did that, it was over. Bryson DeChambeau's the most popular guy in golf.
Yeah.
And then you win right after. He's this gets on the mic this is for you guys. I love all of you.
Let's everyone touch
I'm
the
going to make sure
trophy.
everyone touches it. And not only does he do it after the tournament with the fans in the stands, he's now walking through the city, just bars, just saying, here, touch the trophy.
So after he won it, he stayed at the U.S. Open for 2.5 more hours. He's anybody. I'm wondering if in his head he's I fucking can't believe I have to do this. And he's just my fucking publicist, I hate you so much. But then you do it and everybody loves you. So
that's what I think is getting him through. I think he's realizing how much it's working.
Yep.
So he's loving that part of it. So I think that makes I have to sit here
How
for
many
another 3
times has he
hours.
heard, Bryson, you're the man?
Yeah,
Exactly. Now that he's getting all of those instead of being Brooksy getting chirped.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that 180 is enough to be let me just keep doing this over and over. It's working.
It's kind of cool how every sport you can be a heel and a face. In wrestling, they book it that way. It's also just applicable to everybody. You can just
There's good guys and bad guys.
yeah. I'm always a heel guy. I like heel Bryson. I like bad guys.
Well, do you like Drake?
So what a segue.
Thank you.
He is a bad guy.
According to
It's like
a
minor.
20,000 person arena in LA.
I don't know what Drake is anymore, good or bad guy.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this is just fact now. The narrative of Not Like Us has become history.
Yeah.
Like history is written by the champions.
It's a fucking banger.
So
It really
it's
is.
just a banger. Like there's no.
What
I'm a
happened-
Drake guy. It's a fucking banger.
to recap, last night I'm minding my own business, scrolling Twitter. Everybody starts tweeting about a different language that I was like, what in the world is everybody tweeting about? And it was like names of songs I'd never heard of before. It turns out Kendrick was doing a show in LA, and he's bringing everybody on stage, every athlete, LeBron, Westbrook, DeRozan.
Well, LeBron didn't go on stage.
Dr.
but that was a big
Dre is out there. And then you start realizing, like, they're picking Kendrick over Drake by being on stage and being there, and you're making a face as if that's not true. But I think that's a pretty definitive line.
I think by going on stage you probably are. Like he just mentioned, like LeBron didn't
Yes.
go on stage.
Oh,
I think that was
I
a
think
very.
just going.
Is
you're
he
not-
middleman LeBron?
Probably.
Yeah.
He definitely
you're that
replaced him with
famous,
Drake. Oh, because the people that went like Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan are both like
From Compton,
LA guys.
yeah.
Like DeRozan's literally from Compton, so they're like I understand. But even DeRozan, he played for the Raptors forever. They were like boys. So people were kind of making a big sting about that with
So
DeRozan.
does Drake be like the business, or is he like, fuck you guys, like we're not cool anymore?
Oh, I think you're not cool with anyone that was on that stage.
I would hope not.
I think
Probably
that's
not.
them.
You can't probably right.
They are screaming lyrics about you being a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
They're saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile, and they did it 5 times in a row.
What?
5 times, and they ran it back
At the end,
times in a row.
5 times.
That's-
Unreal.
Having Dre intro it too in California.
I think that was the best part.
Best part of the whole thing.
Of him just coming on and being like, oh, like you have, he's like,
I see.
I see
You know
dead
what?
people.
Oh my
Like,
God, it was
unbelievable.
awesome.
yeah, here's what fascinates me about Kendrick Lamar is I know he's mega popular, famous, whatever. I texted Bob this last night. I was like, does he have a crossover mainstream hit that like, you know, I compared to like 99 Problems or like The Real Slim Shady that like just casuals know? And the answer seems to be no.
I said not a song like that.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Like, yeah, but
Probably like, what's up? Yeah, swimming pools was huge.
Okay,
So
yeah.
so the thing that the way Academic said this, and he's like the biggest Drake guy in the world. He explained. I thought it was a good way to like digest it. So even with like their popularity aspect, Drake is like so much more like famous, obviously. But even like on their tours, Drake doesn't beat him that much like money and stuff. So musically, they never were like that far off. And the fact that Drake had to put out like 10 times more music to like keep that spot probably shows kind of the quality over quantity angle of like where they both stand. And I think Kendrick just kind of showed it by he like went in a cave for 5 years and popped out of nowhere and then just like murdered him incessantly immediately. So I mean, hey, the victor goes to spoils. He won.
I haven't seen Nick
won fair and square.
say a single thing, which I
think he is maybe writing a blog now. I think I saw.
Yeah, all right, in 24 hours.
Oh, it would have been great. An electric chair of Nicki Smokes would have been great for that.
Watching Not Like Us.
Also, Kendrick being able to perfectly dap up while still rapping was very impressive.
Marty said he probably set the record for most dap ups ever at a live, like during one song, and I think he's definitely right.
I feel
People kept coming
he
on
literally
stage.
like mid-verse was saying like, what's up to people.
it's like some people can't walk and chew gum. Kendrick was rapping while dapping. I thought it was very impressive.
I also loved that right before Not Like Us, they brought Dre out. They did Still Dre, and then they did California Love, and half of Not Like Us is about disrespecting Tupac.
Yeah.
So, like, I thought that was, like, the perfect intro to running it back fucking 5 times in a row.
And they were saying
More pyro every time.
They were trying to say that Drake needs to give. He bought this ring that was Tupac's
gotta give it
ring.
back.
To, like give it back.
Kevin tweeted that might have been the worst night of Drake's life.
Very possibly.
Yeah.
And you
I
know
don't-
he
I
was
don't think that's an
watching. He
oversight.
had to be watching, right?
He had. I think so. In Kevin said it too. He might have been in the most like lavish Caribbean suite with eating the best food with the most beautiful women. I don't think it matters.
You have
I don't think any of that
20,000
matters.
people just screaming about you fucking children. and like and it's the happiest night of their entire life.
But it's not even it's not even that. It's that the song is such a hit. Like it's
it's
not
so
even
good.
it obviously is about like the lyrics themselves. But it's the fact that you just turn on like the muscle and that, like literally everyone's like,
Wop, wop,
Yes,
wop,
dude.
wop.
like, it's just such a fucking hit. Like it's not going anywhere.
That was
Like,
okay.
this
So
will-
Ev, that was
this will
the
be played
genesis of my.
forever.
That was the genesis of my question about like, am I missing something? Is there a crossover hit? It's because like that's the song I know him.
I mean, this is going to be
This
the
is
song.
gonna be the one.
This will be the song he's known for the most. I think when his career is all said and done,
Crazy.
whatever that is.
And that's like taking down Godzilla, King Kong. Like it's like Drake. It's not like he like it wasn't. As I was a wizard. I'm a wizard
Drake,
fan.
Drake, like he's lost rap beefs. Like he lost
Yeah.
to Pusha T with the whole kid thing. But he also like he did a Meek Mill where he basically did to Meek Mill what Kendrick's now doing to him, probably even a little bit worse.
Wasn't Drake?
But he murdered Meek Mill.
Wasn't Drake kind of good because then he rapped over the beat that Kendrick did, like dissing him. So people are like, oh, he's playing into it. He's cool.
Yeah, I think people thought that. I remember some people suggested that, but I
That
almost
lasts
feel
like
he did it
5
too
minutes
late.
before the next Kendrick song.
Well,
came out,
that's the
Like-
problem. He literally just put out and then he did a song and then he like the Not Like Us was almost like the victory lap in a sense.
Yeah.
And then just do it.
Like he had already won before that. That was the like you lost. Like it's over. Like there's nothing you can do. Like it is set in stone. You're 6 feet under. Like
So
just go do something.
what does
else.
Drake do now? He just, oh, by the way, I'm doing a world tour, and it just ignores it and makes a billion more
But
dollars.
he just went on a tour for so long. It almost strategically was like the perfect time to do it. Like to come at him in the beef because he had just went on tour for so long. He's put out so many albums in the last like however many years. And Kendrick's been like kind of sitting waiting for this. And then so like what does Drake do now? Like I don't know if he goes into their tour. I think he just chills for a while. I think he almost gotta kind of just lay low.
This is Drake. He'll be back on tour in February of next year.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a long time.
I texted YP. I said I expect YP.
YP?
Our coworker, yeah, huge Drake fan. If you don't know, I said I expect to see Drake in a mental health interview with Oprah, like Harry and Meghan.
Oh my God.
Like in a year, about how like I couldn't deal with the accusations. Like really got to my head. There was no proof.
Don't text 14-year-olds. That's an easy way to get out of it.
That's the tough thing though. If we're talking like gigging like jokes.
That is like the most concrete thing
you can just
in the whole
say,
thing.
You can just say anything. Like just saying this. Like just the sheer accusation. It's now he will just be labeled that way
He is a
forever.
pedophile.
And there is no evidence of like
that.
any. To our knowledge at this point of June 20th, 2024, there is no hard evidence of anything.
No.
Of any funny business, any wrong.
Well, the text of Millie Bobby Brown.
But even that, but there's nothing. Even
We don't even know what it was.
Even she has came out and been like, "That's like ridiculous." Like
She was like, there was nothing even slightly
I think
weird about that.
The way it was described was more like
Which it is weird.
mentoring.
It's weird, dude.
It's weird, but that's what she said.
It definitely is on paper. Like when you just say it out loud, it sounds
Weird.
weird. But I do think it was probably more of just like I would like to think at least it's more like a old superstar, young like mentor, mentee. Like
that's also
type.
called grooming in some circles. But
Yep.
But see, but even now you're taking
In
like
Kendrick
huge
circles.
leaps.
I'm not.
But I mean, but there's no evidence. Like you're saying.
If there was
no
one
evidence of
text that
anything.
said, "Nice meeting you. Good luck with everything," that's not grooming.
Correct.
Sure.
And we don't know
It could be- it
exactly
could
what was
literally
in the
be that.
text. I'm just saying, like, there's just big leaps that are being taught, but hey, that like in the rap game, that's.
I'm willing to.
If the song is a banger, it doesn't.
As a K, I would say, as a K-Dot guy, I'm willing to take
Nice.
this
Yeah,
lead.
there we go.
You're
Kung
with
Fu
it.
Kenny.
That segment was brought to you by Riggs and the Barstool Golf Time app.
Hell yeah.
Sure, Riggs loves that.
Shout out Riggsy.
Oh God, I miss Riggs.
The commish.
The Barstool Golf Time app kicked off its biggest giveaway yet this month, the Riggs Cottage Getaway Giveaway, where Riggsy Boy himself is giving away a 2-night stay at his cottage on Pinehurst No. 2 for one lucky winner and up to 7 friends. That's right. Riggs bought a house on a golf course because he's so fucking rich, and now he's gonna let people stay in it. Here's how to enter. Download the Barstool Golf Time app. You can use the QR code on the screen, which allows you to book the best tee times at the best prices all in one place. Book all your tee times this summer with the app. The more tee times you book and play through the end of September, the more entries you get to stay in Riggs's cottage. On October 1st, we will select the lucky winner. So download the Barstool Golf Time app and start booking and playing. The more you play, the better chance you'll win a weekend getaway
Where?
at Riggs's Cottage on Pinehurst No. 2. That's Riggs's Cottage at Pinehurst No. 2. Good luck. Download the app. But I mean, how many times does it make you read the same words? Guys, I'm just reading the script. This is crazy.
That last part actually is just a copy and paste.
Okay, so they did that by accident.
I assume no.
Oh, I mean, one says so download, the other just says download.
I hope people know I wasn't joking. Like, I was reading the thing. It's just what it told me to say. All right, if you don't get it by now, Riggs has a cottage.
Shout out Riggs.
Ah, the GOAT.
They just had the U.S. Open.
Sam Boysen.
Right?
Sure
Am
did.
I right about that? Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah,
Those are Bryson won.
Yes.
And Riggs was like, he had like a deck watching from his backyard.
That's just
That's his Riggs'
Richie
house.
Riggs' backyard.
That's the cottage.
The cottage.
Cottage on Pinehurst number 2. These fucking idiots, these oil protesters who vandalized Stonehenge, like, some things are just sacred. I think Stonehenge is universally, I know it's just a bunch of rocks, but I think it's universally considered just like a sacred piece of like world history that you don't trifle with. These people poured like orange tear gas on it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fucked up. I don't want to say they should get like the absolute death penalty, but you can't allow people who would do that to Stonehenge like out in public anymore.
And the second guy in the video is 73, I read.
Dude, like just kill him then. Like
No,
I was gonna say big of you to say they shouldn't be put to death.
yeah.
Like,
But then you just said
the idiots who block traffic, like I hope they get run over.
Oh, I hate the block traffic. I hate this. It's all
the people who block traffic are impacting like normal civilians just trying to get home to their kids. But this is like, I don't know, it's like the pyramids in Egypt and Stonehenge, you know, you just like know it. And it's just like,
Well, I've heard,
you know?
I have heard that Stonehenge is the least like entertaining, least live up to the hype worthy thing ever.
I've been.
Everyone says you literally get off the highway.
It's just a bunch of rocks.
It's right there, you look at it, you're like, whatever. I feel that way about the Vegas.
So it's a bunch of, so Stonehenge, you drive forever to the countryside, and then there's a bunch of sheep everywhere, and then it's a pile of rocks, and you walk around, and you go, oh, yeah, these are pretty heavy, big rocks, and that's kind of it. But like, it's cool to see in real life, but even like, look how cool these pictures are.
Yeah.
It's just one of those
cool.
things, you know, it doesn't matter.
I do hate these people, I'm not trying to defend them.
Stonehenge has been around since like before the dawn of time. You don't paint it. Like, call me a softie. You just
Again,
don't,
I'm not trying to defend it. I did read their statement. Apparently it's like chalk that comes off in the rain.
Well, then they're pussies. They're like terrible protesters.
Yeah.
That's what I was. John Rich is flipping through us on the screen. I saw somewhere it just said like it's already washed off.
Yeah.
I thought it was like harmful.
You put a little water. It's
gas
the same thing with the Mona Lisa though. They throw the soup on it or they throw whatever on it, and it's like
that's another good
you
one,
throw it on the glass in front of the painting. You're not actually defacing the painting.
If they're anti-oil and they're vandalizing Stonehenge, it makes me want to go drill. Like, they don't help their cause by doing that.
Let's drill some oil.
I want to drill the fuck out of every
fucking do it.
Fucking landmark in the world now. Yeah, I'll go get my drill right now.
Like those videos you see on Instagram, like this is how hard it is, and they're fucking like they're shirtless.
Me trying to get the boys to rally.
That'll be your next workout video. You and Bobby Westside on the fucking oil rig.
New workout video dropped last night.
I saw you on your Twitter.
Testing conditioning.
I'm surprised they didn't bring it up on the Unnamed show.
No, because they realized that I love it.
They realized you were just fucking jacked.
Yeah, the first time they put my workout video on Unnamed show, it's like, wow, Nate's pretty like jacked.
The influx of DMs he got was insane.
Flooding and puss.
Yeah.
So
all right. I regret saying it. I regret it.
So
that's where I draw the line.
Relax, Bob. So yeah, no, I don't fuck with protesters. It makes me want to, like, especially the traffic protesters.
The worst.
Makes me want to go against, even if I'm on their side. Like, maybe they have like a point.
What if someone's delivering a baby?
Well, by the way, New York City. Side note. Red lights don't matter in this city anymore.
People just go.
Cars just zoom.
I might have had a drunk driver on my way to work today. I'll be honest.
Your Uber driver?
Swerving like I've never seen anyone swerve before. Eventually had to hit the brakes so hard, my backpack went flying off the seat.
Oh my God.
Wait,
and he apologized to me.
Let me say this. Our driver at WrestleMania, he was going down sidewalks and back roads that did not exist. He cut
He's like Jason Bourne.
I don't want to exaggerate. Probably 35 to 45 minutes off our drive to the stadium. Like
it was amazing.
I love that.
Not following a single traffic
And like a big, like an Escalade style car too.
Sounds like security Mike.
Dude,
he was
That
the next
guy,
best thing.
I love driving with Mike.
we should have got his information.
You will not be late.
No.
Dude,
Point A to point B, record time.
we got out of that car and gave him a standing ovation. Like, it was a performance of a lifetime.
It was crazy.
All these poor saps waiting in traffic. I don't even know how he did it. Like
I saw him put a sign in his windshield at one point that I don't think was real.
Were we EMTs or something?
I think he put a sign in his windshield that said like WrestleMania parking, and they were just like, they read it and they were like, I guess come in.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, Vince McMahon's on the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Triple H is on the way.
Well, Brandon was in the car, so whatever.
But he.
Because old,
Yep.
not allegations.
No.
Which still just allegations. A man is suing Apple. I stand with this guy 100%. A man is suing Apple $6 million because his wife found deleted text. He was like, hey, like I deleted the text, and then Apple has the whole cloud thing, and it's like they're deleted, but like they're still floating around us in the tubes and stuff.
They were on the computer.
Yeah, the cloud.
Deleted him on his phone, but they were still on
But
the
so
computer.
iMessage still shows up on the computer.
That's kind of on this guy, though.
And they were
Delete should be
texting
deleted.
sex workers, like actual sex workers.
He's texting hookers.
Whoa, sex workers. Come on.
Show some respect.
A little respect.
Show some respect.
Ladies with
Prostitute.
Well, that's better.
Escorts?
but- Escorts.
Escorts.
Yeah, I think I stand with this guy. Delete should mean delete. I don't know when.
No, I think you got to be smart enough to delete on all devices.
I don't know, man.
If it was he deleted him and she still found him on his phone, I'd be like, all right, he's got a point. But I think you got to go cross devices.
You should. I guess you're not wrong. Like you should have the wherewithal if you're that scared of your
Shouldn't
messages.
be hooked up to your phone if you're texting sex workers, prostitutes, fine women of the night.
Thank you.
You should just not have iMessage on your Mac.
The oldest occupation.
Yeah.
Fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, sex workers.
Woman
Never
of
heard
the
that
night.
before.
Yeah.
The oldest
like goes
prostitute.
back to like year one.
Yep.
Believe that.
Eve, that little slut. So basically, he's suing Apple for $6 million, and I stand with him. Yeah, like since when does back in the day with the brick Nokias, delete was delete. I don't know when it got so complicated.
And hook your brick Nokias up to your Windows XP though.
It's the way I might go back to a flip phone. I might.
Breaking Bad style. I just finished rewatching that. Watching them crack a flip phone afterwards was so satisfying.
Honestly, just a little. Just the actual.
Flip it up.
Aggressive, no, but the flick down
to hang
like
up.
on the phone. One of my best friends got married this week, and his dad still has one. And watched him use it, just like bop.
Jealous.
It's such a power move. He's a big Italian guy. He literally looks like a Sopranos character. So just seeing him in like a pinstripe suit on a phone, like in the corner of the room, and then just like bang, just a little thumb, boom. I'm like, that guy's like that must have been $1 million call.
I was gonna say the only
Slammed
thing
his
that
phone
would have
like
been
it
better
was.
is if he broke the phone in half right afterwards.
That too.
I read
and then just had another one like 10 minutes later.
I read an article and I don't believe it. It was like people are now trying to revert back to not being addicted to their phone and getting flip phones and not being addicted. I don't think that's true. I
knew one person that did that, but I forget.
I don't think it's sustainable. Like I would like to do it.
Impractical.
Yeah, that's the better word. Like I just can't see it happening. No. But I could also see like if I move to Idaho, like if I'm already in Idaho, I don't need an iPhone. Like I need it here. But when Dave fires me and I go off the grid, like I think I just go flip phone.
But see, like I think Idaho, you might need it more.
No, because if I'm off the grid, I'm off the grid. I don't want to be able to get back into. I don't want to know who's running for president. Like I want to just.
Okay, you want to go. Okay, you want like that much off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's coming.
I respect that.
Yeah.
This is brought to you by Riggs. No, Little League Baseball. Parent, I love this move. Little League Baseball parent purchases Flyover banner to call out other parent. God, I love Little League parents. They're just psychopaths.
Yeah.
This Little League Baseball game in Philly, shout out Smitty, came to a halt when a plane with a banner flew overhead the field. There was apparently controversy within the team regarding a decision to cut the Little League team season short so that one of the more advanced players could begin competing on summer travel teams. A parent who was upset about the decision and thought it was unfair to cut the season short before the playoffs hired a plane with a banner that, what does that say, ratted on the name of the parent responsible for the decision. It just goes, his name is Nick Maggio, in all caps with a bunch of exclamation points. I did also read that the banner is like, paid for by the league funds.
Did you get that name wrong on purpose?
What did it say?
It said
You said
Zach.
Nick.
It
You
was
said
Zach.
Nick Maggio.
Zach Majid or
Zach Majid.
Majid?
Zach Majid.
I didn't know if you were like trying to like hide his name. Like,
I'm going to be
confused.
real with you,
Imagine.
Bob. I got LASIK like 10 years ago. It's wearing off rapidly.
Really?
Yeah. What I used to be able to read, like even like 6 months ago, I've noticed I can no longer read.
It's clear. You thought Zach was Nick.
No, I think I don't know why I said.
Crazy.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I was gonna just let him get away with it.
I was too, but then I looked at Ben and we shared the same look of like, did he do that on purpose or what?
My nephew's friend is named Nick Maggio.
Okay.
And so I read.
Shout out your nephew's friend.
Yeah. No, it was Zach Majid.
I don't like the move because you're involving the kid. I think if you put something
All right, we'll bleep it.
No. If you put something anti-parents on the
No,
plane, I'm
it's
saying,
That's the name of the parent.
it's the parent's name who.
Oh, okay,
who's
then I'm good with it.
responsible for the decision they're claiming.
then I'm good with it. I thought they were putting the kid's name.
No, fuck them kids anyway.
No, because it was more than it was.
Multiple kids.
It was multiple
multiple
kids.
kids.
It was like
I gotcha.
the better kids in the team wanted to play summer ball, so they said, "Let's stop it so they can do this."
The obvious
Gotcha.
take is if you don't want your season cut short, like have a better kid at baseball.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
like don't suck at baseball.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't suck. Like maybe less time on
go
Fortnite, more time at the
field more
batting
grounders.
cages. Exactly. Like people complain about helicopter parents. I'm not going to be one of those parents. Well, guess what? Nick Maggio is now playing fucking Major League Baseball, and you're flying banners. Like, who wins there? Nick Maggio. So I love a good petty move, but I got to side with Nick Maggio. Like, he's fucking playing with Gunnar Henderson and the other kids making Subway sandwiches, which is a great profession that I will soon have.
You used to do that, yeah.
Yes, my favorite
Sandwich
job I've
artist.
ever
Sandwich
had.
artist, yeah.
Great. Nothing more to that job than meets the eye. There's nothing
Meets the eye. Meat.
like meat.
was
It's like you
good.
open up the plastic container and there's the turkey. You open up the ham, there's the ham. Like we didn't have to slice the meat. And here's what we learned is the turkey and ham were the same meats, just like dyed different colors.
Oh,
Get the fuck out.
that's crazy.
And the
Hold on. We're gonna.
and the white bread
Is
and
that definitely true?
the white bread and the wheat bread, same exact bread, just dyed different colors. Well,
The ham and turkey just the same exact thing, just
It's all plastic.
different
dude.
colors.
It's all processed meat.
But I'm sure.
Well, no, dyed with flavoring though.
But you're telling me like the
yeah,
turkey and ham is literally the same.
Yeah, but then they like inject ham flavor into it, turkey flavor into it.
Okay, I guess
That's a little different.
Yeah.
Still, almost.
Oh, sorry, yes.
I wish you didn't tell me that, but
Well, the bread, the white and
Not
wheat
that it's
bread,
gonna stop me, but-
the white and wheat bread exactly the same. Just
that
different
is
colors.
more like makes more sense to me.
My sister used to work at one of the most famous cupcake spots in Jersey.
Melissa's Cupcakes.
Their number one cupcake is the red velvet. Everyone swears they got the best red velvet ever.
Me and Trent have a red velvet taste.
It is a completely normal cupcake
Yep.
with red food coloring.
Yep.
It's all
That is
mental
their red-
thing. Mental.
It's totally mental.
Yep. Red Velvet got a great PR firm. Like Bryson and
Got a good name.
Bryson and Red Velvet.
Velvet just sounds fancy.
Yeah, you want the velvet.
But it's just normal. It's just
totally
it's
normal.
Just red.
And I guess not all red velvet is normal, allegedly. But this one specifically, like her first day on the job, they were like, you got to sign like an NDA basically. They were like, this is our big secret. Can't tell. And she was immediately like, fuck you guys, I'm telling everyone.
I will say our tuna, it was sun-kissed tuna. You open up the huge pouch, you dump a boatload of mayonnaise into it, you put on gloves, and then you mix it all together. It was real tuna. Those rumors from like a couple years ago that it's not real tuna, I don't know how that became a thing, because our tuna at the Columbia Crossing Shopping Center, so my Subway was inside a gas station.
Yeah, I knew that.
Obviously. So when the gas station side was short-staffed, I would also run the car wash outside. I would go from making sandwiches.
Love that.
I would take off my gloves and apron.
Versatile.
And then I would do the thing on the tires. and then punch in their car wash number. Yeah. Best job of all time.
Versatile employee.
Yeah. And then the Subway and the gas station across town, they had frozen yogurt in there. So
Much better.
sometimes, no car wash. So sometimes I would be placed at that one.
Oh.
And I would eat so much frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
I also would eat all the oatmeal raisin cookies. Like you underbake them, so good.
Who's raspberry cheesecake guy?
Oh my God, their cookies.
Their cookies. Subway cookies are just
elite.
They're really
elite.
good.
I
It's
don't.
phenomenal.
I don't know if they ever do dog walks or draft. We have 7,000, but cookies, the Subway cookies should always be picked.
They did a cookies once, and I think they were picked.
Good.
I think.
Definitely should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Jared, kind of like Drake
Jared.
from Subway.
Oh yeah, similar.
You see that one?
So John Feidelberg,
Like a chord over here?
told me the whole Jared from Subway thing was because he was obsessed with an employee at his local subway.
Jared was?
Yeah, so they moved her across town to a different subway. So he started walking to that subway so we could continue stalking him. I think it's an old wives' tale.
They did a documentary on it. Have you ever watched
I didn't watch it. Is that true?
I don't remember. I watched it. I don't remember if they said that specifically.
All right, I don't know.
It was more just the
fights
more the
told me that.
snowballing
I
of
don't know.
fame, but
Yeah.
It ended up being a little touchy.
I met him when I was a kid. Weird.
Not great.
Not met, but he was walking into the Little League World Series.
oh my god,
Which the Subway was the main sponsor of every. He made an appearance every year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And there were kids like lined up outside waving to him, and he waved to us, and I was one of the kids he waved to. But yeah, they were the main.
How is
sponsor.
Subway still in business?
We were talking about this.
How did they survive?
Yo, they didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Like they were like, our bad, and then they just kept going. Like RG3, you're in.
He
And
said,
then
forget about that guy.
Michael
yeah.
Phelps, RG3.
Hey, why?
Like, this is
Because
like,
they're great.
I mean, he puts. I mean, we think like Jake from State Farm getting dapped up by like Travis Scott. I mean, Jared from Subway was way bigger than that.
oh yeah.
Oh,
He was one of the most
The
famous.
picture with the pants.
He was one of the most famous people in America. I would
Yeah.
argue at that time.
Easily. Bigger than the president.
That picture of Jared from Subway with the pants more recognizable than Jesus.
Some would say,
Yeah.
There's definitely pockets of America where that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Dave has cancer. Aftershow. Dave had something removed. He downplayed it big on Name Show. Very funny on Name Show today. But yeah, Dave had something removed from his neck that he said is a pussy form of cancer, as he called it. I will say that is very classic Dave to downplay something like that. Cancer's cancer. Like, you don't really fuck with
And
it.
he's got a friggin' wound on his neck.
Huge scar.
Looks badass.
Yeah, it's the
Looks
coolest
like
thing
something out
about
of
him
Dune.
now. Yeah. It turns out when you call yourself like a baked chocolate chip cookie for 20 years, like it catches up to you. He also fought against using sunscreen on
That worried me.
which I didn't
I was
love.
like, come on.
Even like Kirk and Whitney were like, can you be real with us? Like, can you please wear sunscreen? Like, nobody wants to see this happen.
No.
But yeah, pretty crazy. Like, cancer's nothing.
Harry, go get checked.
Yeah, nothing
Make
to
sure
fuck
you
with.
wear sunscreen. Check your moles.
I did appreciate that he said that, he's 48 now. He's old as hell. He's going to do the whole colonoscopy, endoscopy. He's going to do the whole ringer,
Good.
Which I assume he just has
a couple years late, I
done.
think.
Yeah, so check your health. We're glad. I mean, I'm very glad Dave's alive.
Thrilled.
Yeah, for selfish reasons.
And because I like Dave.
I mean, yeah, that's it. But, and then the dozen, a lot of people were claiming the dozen is rigged.
Did you say Riggs?
He has
a deal on his cottage.
Barstool game ad. I can't believe that ad read. Like, I thought I was being pranked. It just kept going.
It's great.
I would love to go to Riggs'
Love the Riggs cottage, yeah.
But like, I only want to invite. I win. It's like Riggs. It's like me and you, buddy.
Yeah.
Just get the Riggs experience. Can you do a Barstool investigates Riggs? I would just love to see Riggs day to day. Just screaming at salespeople on the phone at Roback.
No, it's just being a commish.
No, he's all that.
Taking pictures, shaking hands, kissing babies.
Peter Millar and Riggs just must have
Or
battles.
just golf behind him all day. It'd be great.
You're
true.
great, and you
Just
people
play behind
don't-
him.
Can we say that you're a good golfer yet? Is that out of the bag?
I've posted some videos. I can golf.
You have. Yeah. He's like a very good golfer.
Like
you break 90?
how good?
Not very. So I haven't played in a few years. I would consistently shoot like 70s though.
Whoa, really
Yeah,
good.
that's really fucking
Really
good.
good.
I
Holy
also
shit.
haven't played in probably played 5 times in like 5 years.
But even if you were that good at one point, I feel like you could probably pick up the stick now and shoot like
Riding a bike.
like mid-high 80s probably.
I honestly think I could
like
shoot.
easily at like an average
Hope
course.
so. I honestly think there's a chance I could go anywhere between like 70 and 110. Because when I start hitting the drives, like when I start missing, like I don't know, it can get really bad. So, pumped them out of bounds. I don't know. I have a feeling it could get really
My
bad.
favorite.
But I mean,
Bob
if you were like a
Fox-
like a 5-6 handicap,
I guess probably. Yeah, I never.
I mean, if you were consistently
kept that. I
you're
never
consistently
actually
shooting
kept a handicap.
70s.
This is like in high school.
Isn't Frankie in that range? Like consistently
Probably, yeah.
70s? Like, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite Bob Fox fact is the first golf course he ever set foot on was Augusta National.
True.
Unbelievable.
Still, I mean, I've been on 2 in my entire life to this day. It's Augusta National, and it's the one that Smitty used to run the Barstool golf outing on in Avalon, New Jersey. Really bad course. So I got pretty much the worst of all and the best of all.
Smitty did invent the Barstool Classic.
He did. He truly invented the Barstool
He
Classic.
really and he ran it for like multiple years.
For like many years.
Who shot the golf ball at Smitty's head? Very funny video that never.
The golf ball?
Yeah, there's
the paintball.
No, that's Brett Merriman.
Yeah.
There's also at his classic, someone just drives a ball at his head. It misses him by like a foot.
I don't remember.
Very funny.
I
video.
felt honestly similarly this weekend, or I guess this week, to how I felt being at the Masters, because I'm not really a golf fan. Like, I enjoy it or whatever. It was enjoyable to be there, but I'm like, people wish their whole lives to get to go to the Masters.
Oh, yeah.
I was just there, and it was the first golf course I've ever been on. I couldn't even really appreciate it. Marty took us on the field at Wrigley,
yeah.
and I was touching the ivy, and people from Chicago were like, literally like in tears, like, oh my God, like that would be my lifetime dream.
Yeah.
It was cool,
Yeah.
you know, but that was as far as, it was very cool.
Yeah.
Touch the ivy.
So the Final Four starts tonight. I mean, if you watched last night, very funny. We don't have to get into the allegations. Titus wanted to pop off on Jeff, it looked like, for some unbalanced questions, especially in the movie category. Matchstick Men versus John Q. If you've never heard of Matchstick Men, you're not alone. And then giving the big boys, Team ZD, 3 straight snap questions I thought was pretty funny, including a Cheez-It question for Dave when Dave is known as like Dave Cheez-It Portnoy. So I don't know. I understand Titus's displeasure with the balance of it.
You know what? We'll see if it's rigged tonight, because ZD has never ever beat the experts.
Oh, wait, what?
ZD's never beat the experts, and they play tonight. So you would think if he's rigging it for ZD, whoa, something crazy is going to happen. But if the experts win, boom, spits in the face.
I would like, I don't want Jeff to be mad at me. I would like if Jeff admitted he was Vince McMahon.
You said this before. In the hypothetical, crazy pipe dream scenario where Jeff D'Lo has a rooting interest for some teams more than others, hypothetically speaking.
Yes.
You can't break kayfabe, ever. You gotta keep that locked to the chest.
Sure.
Jeff can't come out and say, yeah, I'm rigging the dozen for Dave. That would be crazy.
He can't even say it like to you and
No, I know. It's just, I like the idea of Jeff behind.
You like the villains, you should like the fact that he told Titus, he's like, they made the same at the box office.
It was $100 million apart, but whatever.
Yeah, he made double. John Q made double, but it was close, you know?
John Q's been on TNT every weekend for the last 7 years, so.
Yeah, it's on TV a lot.
It's also kind of hilarious that you can. It really is funny the way you can get away with just saying things like that in the moment, and no one like. You just saying like, all right.
I Googled it immediately.
I did the same, because when he said it, I was like, there's no way that's
no way.
Yeah, I Googled it. I was like, all right. But maybe he got that mixed up.
Hey, mistakes happen. He writes, I think Jeff does a great job. We're just joshing. We're yanking chains, pulling legs.
Chains.
And I don't know, you could put in the video of the post-game show with Dave when he goes, hey, we still got seats to fill at the live theater tonight. Go buy your tickets. Hey.
Or the Rivera?
I don't know. I really do enjoy the dozen. And Bob, you're right. I do enjoy looking into it a little too much, being like, I don't know, giving Dave, it's the Ben Mintz with a Chick-fil-A question. You gave Dave a Cheez-It question. It's very funny to me. So
I truly don't think it's all rigged, though. We got eliminated by Uptown Balls immediately. That game was definitely
Eddie,
not rigged.
can you go back to that, John Rich? Dave, Eddie, and Clem play the team of Fran, Brandon, and PFT Commenter in the Final Four, and then Uptown Balls, the first ever champions. Blockhead Smitty,
second ever
Smokes,
champions. I was the first ever champ.
with Coley
And Mintz.
What a team.
Yeah.
Smitty, Tommy, and Glennie Balls play the team of Will Compton, Dana Beers, and John Feidelberg, who may or may not be zooming in from France. He took a flight to France because he has a wedding. I've heard that not everybody, people tried to convince him to not go to a wedding to play the dozen. John turned that opportunity down to go to a wedding in France. He's going to try to zoom in. We'll see if it works. Something to keep your eye out on. And
hopefully the crowd is not too loud tonight.
Oh my God, no! The clip of Jeff last dozen screaming at the crowd
made it worse because there was no mic on the crowd, so we couldn't. The crowd actually was quiet.
I texted him at intermission. I was like, I don't know if this helps, but I haven't heard a single thing from the crowd. You can't hear them at all. And he goes, yeah, but they're so loud. I was like, okay.
I guess that was also last time it was Barstool's salespeople that were loud, not the crowd.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Which was that's insane. Dude, if that's true.
Salespeople see an open bar, they take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Tico, Texas, and salespeople, the two people who love open bars. She was in Chicago.
Cool.
What?
She's everywhere, man. God bless her.
Yeah, she's
probably in Paris with John.
I would say she crisscrosses the country on private jets.
No, she was, I mean...
Was she in L.A.?
I would say there was like a 50-50 chance she was at the Kendrick concert last night.
True.
Yeah. Probably more than 50-50.
Tico pops up all the time. Like, she lives a life.
Yeah.
I miss her. Anything else, John Rich? Follow John Rich at John Rich TV. I have a TikTok now at Eric Nathan Dog, D-A-W-G. I posted my first TikTok yesterday. I'm going to do another one today. Ev, spinning back fist, Bob Fox, my mom's basement. and Ben Klein, the GOAT. That's the rundown. Happy summer. My dad's birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Nate's
Mr.
dad.
Dog.
What's his name?
Eric?
Robert.
Mr. Nathan.
Oh, really? Robert.
Yeah.
Shout out, Rob.
Yeah.